Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Kentucky Good Vibes. I'm your host, Shayna Perkins, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing the very talented and versatile singer-songwriter, Mr. JayQ The Legend. How are you today?
Jaina, how are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm pretty good, pretty
Good,
good.
good.
Thanks for coming. So, who is JayQ The Legend?
Yours truly, right here, living my life, living a good life, and trying to share some love with everyone, some good vibes, and feel good music.
Okay, okay. And the JayQ The Legend, where did that name come from?
You know, I think everyone today you are a legend in someone's life that's close to you. I won't, put stuff out there that we talk off camera, but um, there's probably about 10 people that we all keep in touch with at most, according to the research, usually about 5 or 6, including family. And to those people, we're all a legend. You're a legend in uh, your husband's daughter, mother, father, sister, brother, fiance. We're all a legend in someone's life. And I just want, I try to remind myself that, I've been in some dark places as I develop. And we mean something to someone. And I remind myself as an artist, especially one that's just now breaking through, that our lives are significant and everything we do is significant, no matter what profession you're in, from a teacher to a politician. So I am JayQ The Legend, and I feel like my story and my journey is legendary, just like I think yours is in all of us.
Thank you for that insight. And it's absolutely, I agree. Okay, so can you give us a brief background of your musical history, your music background history?
I hail from the Caribbean.
Mhm.
My people are from St. Croix, St. Vincent, Jamaica, St. Lucia. So they're mostly British Virgin Islands.
Mhm.
I was born in the US Virgin Island when we migrated, a little bit. But my siblings are all UK nationals.
Mhm.
So the reggae beat is important. I feel like my first song, Body Talk, when we started the uphill climb with that about 2 years ago, that we were a little bit ahead of the Afrobeat wave that was coming. And
Mhm.
we know it's here now, especially with Wizkid and Thames, with the Essence, and last year with Joanna with DJ Joe Bayo. I felt like that music was inside me for a long time, but now is the time that it's being accepted more. So, being from the Caribbean and living in New Orleans, you kind of get that Afro Caribbean vibe, and New Orleans is a place where all types of music can exist. And, we even have our own music down here, bounce music and different types of fusions between jazz and blues. And so my music is one that found a place in New Orleans, and we're happy to be able to share it and grow it from the Caribbean through the States and all over now.
Okay, so you said you're in New Orleans.
That's where I'm based, in New Orleans, yes.
Okay, so have you been affected with everything going on there with the
Indeed, we have. The hurricane caused a lot of damage in the neighborhood. Um, but you just got to step up and do your part. I
Mhm.
bought a lot of generators. My company, Breakout Music, we donated generators.
Mhm.
So I I rode the storm out in Florida, but then I was coming back and forth for a week buying generators out of state in Florida and Alabama, and then delivering them to New Orleans, because we all we got. And before the government kicks in, the first F in FEMA's family. And so, we're the family that had to get us out of that situation. So, we're going to recover. We're a very resilient community, and we always have something to party and have a festival about. And soon we'll be back in the streets partying. So we're working on it.
Okay, cool. Good deeds, good deeds. I love it.
Indeed. Indeed.
So, how you been holding up with the pandemic and everything? Has it been hard for you, like getting your music created and getting it out, or has it affected you?
My company, Breakout Music, is a small company.
Mm-hmm.
Started in 2019, and we started the year before the pandemic. So it was always a difficult uphill climb. Digital was very important to us, being a small company.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so we were always focused on getting good work. Every JayQ song has a Grammy on it. The producers are all either Grammy nominated or Grammy winning on every song that I put out. So still, we were able to get the music, but but the pandemic leveled the playing field for us. It allowed a small company to level up against the majors and big artists because they weren't touring. So it actually became an advantage for us because we were already had a year head start on focusing heavily on digital.
Okay. So is music something that you've always had a, craft for, like you always wanted to do?
Yeah, music, as I tell everyone, it was my escape. It was a safe place. And
Okay.
when you come up in an environment that wasn't ideal, young people find ways to cope, whether that's drugs, being in the streets, art, drawing, writing. For me, it was music. So I was writing when I was, in a situation that wasn't as safe coming up. And, when I discovered rap music, it was a way to let some of that frustration out. And my writing continued to evolve, and the poetic side and the melodic side came out. I sang in the choir in church, and I think it all just came together because it's the only thing that I can trust that was truly mine. So throughout, getting myself through college and getting an education, music was always a thing that I can go back to and say, well, this is mine. No one is controlling or programming this. And so it's been a lifelong journey.
Okay. So outside of music, what are your hobbies and interests?
Right now, the only thing that interests me is music. Getting out there so we can tour, continuing to build amazing work, collaborating with amazing artists. But when I'm, to stay balanced, I run. I love to travel, and that's part of why I love to do that's why I love the entertainment business, music and movies. I do write an awful lot. We just completed our second movie on Breakout Music. Our first movie is on Netflix, and that's doing very well for us. So
what's it called?
The movie is called The App That Stole Christmas. The APP. Yeah, That Stole Christmas. It's starring Ray J. My partner and I in Breakout Music, we wrote the movie and got very lucky. We were blessed that Netflix picked up our first movie, first time out. And so we were able to, the bubbling up of JayQ has happened a little bit outside of the normal channels, because right now you go on Netflix, you will see The App That Stole Christmas. And we did near 20 million streams in November to December 2020 during the pandemic. People at home, and they were consuming Body Talk, my first hit song, and consuming that movie. So it helped us a lot penetrate the culture of music and entertainment in a way that was unexpected, because people were home during the holidays trying to feel good. And we had this amazing Christmas movie featuring Ray J as one of the main characters. And so that's been a blessing. And so I write. Then we started a second movie, and we just finished filming that one in Atlanta earlier this year. And the final edits are completed. We are putting the final touches on it now for Christmas 2021. And that also features Be Mine, my song, the one that's doing very well right now. So that's also going to be a big deal near the end of the year. So the writing, the running, I fly airplanes. That's something I've been doing for a minute. So
interesting.
That's part of my those are the things that keep me balanced.
Okay, cool. And I just told you before the interview, like my first flight was going to Vegas, and I was a little nervous. You didn't even say anything. You was like, "Oh, really? Okay." And then here you are flying the planes.
That's right. I hang off of a cloud any day. So I love to fly. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about your song "Be Mine." Like, where did you get the inspiration from?
All my songs are basically conversations with humans in general, or women. I like to write about romance. Romance and true love is something that's been a bit elusive to me. I saw some very rough things in my home coming up that I didn't think was true love. But so it gave me this desire to write about what things should be like. And I think the honesty in a relationship is captured in my song Body Talk, of a conversation between men and women. And Be Mine captures the simplicity. Relationships should not be Birkin bags and Bentleys. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to catch me in a situation like Sweetie and Quavo, because I'm not giving you the Bentley. I thought it was pretty funny what Tiffany Haddish said. She said, "You keep the diamond ring. Give me a mortgage. Give me a deed, not a mortgage." She says a deed. So I feel like Be Mine adds something different to that. it's got to be simple. It's got to be about the connection. And if I just gave you a flower and say, hey, you know, I'm really digging you and let's discuss this. Let's talk about this. Let's see what this could be. Would you be mine? Or do I have to bring you to Birkin and the Bentley? So be mine is simplicity. And I'm trying to let guys understand that let's keep it simple and keep it moving, stick to the fundamentals. And hopefully women will appreciate that.
Yeah, because sometimes when all that you start it and it's expected throughout the whole relationship. But
That's
when
right.
you stop it, then
yeah.
it creates a problem.
That's a warning to the wise, guys.
My mom
That's what she's
always
telling
told
you.
me, don't start nothing that you're not going to finish.
That's right. That's a warning to the wise. I hope the guys out there that's listening, you know, don't put it out there if you can't sustain it.
Yeah. So they say experience is the best teacher. Who would you say has been an inspiration in your life?
I've got a couple of mentors right now, and they need to remain nameless because one of them is, two of them are moguls in the entertainment business. They're on that level, you know, that level, that Oprah level. So I respect and I appreciate them. They know who they are. They guide me in the background. They make sure that my feet stay solid when the ground is shaking, because you know, you've got to make it on your own no matter who you know. I believe, and that's been one of the things with me, is my company, my partner Miriam and I at Breakout Music, we grind it out. We put in the work and we thug it out. And so I'm inspired right now by my team, Jay Tweezy, my people DL, Miriam. My team inspires me because they put in so much work, and it's not just me that's making this thing shake. It's my team. It's my label mate, Gigi Vega, who's tearing it up on the pop and rhythmic charts, and we grind together and we're winning together. So right now, but in terms of a little bit beyond that, I really admire the poise of Barack Obama. What he's done, what he brought to the White House was an Afro-American family that was decent and upstanding and upright. So I admire that a lot. And, you know, I admire in music, I like the work ethic of Michael Jackson and the spirituality of Bob Marley. So that's sort of where I'm at on that. Okay, so how would you describe your sound or your style of music? Feel good, Afro beat, R&B, something, you know, it's hybrid. My music will take you into a space where you move your shoulders, you know, when you listen to Body Talk and you know, talk to me, baby. And then Be Mine, you know, it just opens your heart up. I think Be Mine is going to really, it's going to be around strong all the way through Valentine's Day. And I hope people are going to, you know, put that rose and, you know, those flowers and say, baby, you know, I want you to continue to be mine. And so I describe it as a song that is a tool for people who are in love or want to be in love or in just a really, really good place to share with each other and just, and like, you know, get into the vibe like that. So I describe it as honesty, simplicity, and love. That's Be Mine, and that's what I like to write. Okay. Yeah, I know the dances are a little different in other cultures because I went to a party one time and it was a whole lot of people from out of the country that was there. Yeah. And I'm not a big dancer. I usually hold up the wall, but this guy insisted on dancing with me. Scope it out. He got me out there, and I was like, I can't keep up. I mean, yeah. He did a little bit of that. I was just standing like, okay, I'm not used to this. Oh, wait. Yeah. You see the rock away, lean with it, rock with it. That's right. I just held up the wall like, oh, yeah. That's right. He showed me something different. I was like, yeah, I need to work on my dance skills. I'm from Kentucky. Okay, Kentucky. Yeah. You know, they rock out there. I can come out to Kentucky. In the building. Yes. I look forward to being on the road and being in Kentucky. I want to go everywhere. There's not a little town that I wouldn't go to. So I remember when I was doing a show in Mobile, Alabama, my current Instagram story has a picture of me and what's the name? The Bonfire. And it was a small town in Mobile, Alabama, but they love JayQ music and they support us very well. So we went out there and we did a sister to sister convention, which is an Afro-American women empowerment. My CEO at Breakout Music, Miriam, she's very big on supporting community events and things like that. And 8 to 80 years old women and kids, I mean, they were rocking at the JayQ performance. So, you know, I'm not a Chris Brown, but you know, I don't really hold up the wall. I'm somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. So when you see
I
that
like
crowd
that.
doing this,
That's
you're like,
right.
oh
That's
yeah,
right.
they feeling me. They
That might
get
be
you
me
hyped
too.
on it.
I might be on stage doing the same thing with you too. That's right.
You'll see me
Yeah.
in the background like.
I'll salute you.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. If you can change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
I'd I'd get rid of some of the programming. I'd go back to the days where you can go to a radio station and bring your records in. I wasn't around in those days, but I read about them. I saw, you know, movies, and I'd want to have a more direct relationship with my audience. I'd want to be able to make a piece of music and know that I can get on the stage and perform it, and radio pick it up, and but all the stuff in the middle, the filtration and the stuff, you know, I'd like to have a more direct relationship with my audience. So that's what I would change. I would decentralize it to where people are paid for what they do, you know, more in a way that's fair. A lot of the digital stuff that's going on, it dilutes the value of what artists bring to the game. So I'd also change the way production works. I don't think any producer should get 100% of any track, period. I think at most a producer is entitled to 50% unless they're willing to sing, dance, and be Chris Brown. So I would also look at those percentages and keep the producers from taking half of you know, all of the publishing from a young artist. And young artists, you know, you don't learn that for a minute, and then by the time you learn it, some of your best work is already on the way out. So you know, just little things like that, and you know, making music more accessible, making it a required course to learn production in high school, and to learn to you know, market and promote music and creative products in high school. I think everybody should do whatever they feel creatively, whether you're an accountant and you want to do art and paintings, or you're drawing, or you're sewing. I think schools at an early age need to focus on the business of creating and selling what you create and owning it, and how to do that. So that's what I would change.
Those are all good that you said that, because a lot of these schools, it's like they just throw different things in there that we won't even really use in life, you know?
That's right.
Like,
That's right.
I never understood why they make you do algebra and all this other stuff. If it
That's
ain't
right.
making dollars, it don't make sense, you know? If it ain't adding and
Right.
subtracting, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And then with where you said music, they do need to have like not just a music class where the teacher's sitting there playing the piano and everybody's saying, no.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
We want,
Yeah.
you know, we want to hear and see our children doing the music that we hear every day. Because at the end of the day, when my children leave school, they're not singing, they singing hip hop or JayQ Legend songs, you know?
That's right. Talk to me, baby. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then teach them how to push it out, you know, make it
yeah.
and teach them how to push it out, you know, and it's pimp culture. We got to change a little bit. People need to be empowered to know that it's what you do that is the product. It's what you write, what you sing, what you make, what you cook, the care you give, the love you give. That's the product. That's the product that's being hijacked and sold back to us. And I just wish schools would teach us a little something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like how to change a tire, change some oil,
Right.
the basics, because everybody eventually drives. Well, not everybody, but you know, most of us eventually drives, you know,
Right.
and then we break down on the side of the road and we're just stuck. We
Call
got to call
AAA.
AAA. Yeah.
That's right.
So
That's right.
yeah, I get it. So where
And
do
then you can learn to fly a plane. And
oh yeah, well, yeah. I'd rather just sit, and I'll just sit with
you
you. I'm
give
not
you that
putting
option in
nobody's
high
life
school.
at risk. You're not putting your life
That's
in my
right.
hands. I'm not gonna
That's
play.
right. That's right. That's right.
I'll sit and watch and learn. But yeah, I do it on a video game. Yeah,
That's
JayQ
right. That's
showed
right.
me how to do this.
Yeah.
But,
Yes,
but in the
indeed.
real air, no, I'll pass. But I do
I hear
want
you.
to jump out of a plane. You know, I do want to do all that.
Now that's gonna be you're gonna enjoy that. You know, that's
Yeah.
skydiving, parasailing.
With the parachute.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Some people are like,
Yeah.
she wants to jump out of a plane. She needs help.
They dialing that number right now for you too.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Right.
So what do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? Did I ask you that already?
VMAs, BET Awards, Grammy, I want to get on the path to the EGOT, the
Mhm,
Emmy, the Oscar, Golden Globe Award, and a
mhm.
Tony. I just want to be excellent in everything I do. I want to put out compelling work that my peers appreciate, that the fans appreciate. I want to be that When a Man Loves a Woman by Percy Sledge, or um, One Love by Bob Marley, or uh, a Michael Jackson song that gets you into a mood, the ABC and 1, 2, 3, or a Marvin Gaye song. I believe that immortality is a worthwhile pursuit. And we're immortal in our kids, our lovers, our parents. We're immortal in their eyes from the cradle to the grave. You're the legend. You are the crutch. You are the bringer of life and love to someone. In our lives, our very existence throughout this realm for the short period of time has to be, you should seek to be legendary. And so I want to continue to make legendary work that I share with people and people appreciate and feel it, for the honesty that's in it. So 3 to 5 years, more hits, more touring, just more goodness and more feel good music.
Okay, cool. So what has been your biggest challenge as an artist?
Juggling, uh, producing music, writing, and my duties as an executive on Breakout Music, along with being an actor and a screenwriter, a new screenwriter, get my first movie out, second movie out, third movie is already written in pre-production. I'm one of those youngsters that had always, you give me a book and you said, here's your assignment, turn in chapter 1 next week and make sure you do the little questions and problems in the back and the review exercises. I'm going through the whole book. I'm going through the whole thing because I want to know what's in there. And we can move on the schedule of the teacher, but I'm curious and I'm committed. So for me, the challenge is balancing out that world of making music and then continuing to write music, write movies, and then getting everything on a timeline to push it out. That's been an extreme challenge, and I love that every time I'm awake, I'm either producing or creating or helping to manage the process. So that's a constant challenge on our label.
Okay, cool. So how can followers support your movement and hear your music, find your music, and so forth?
Thank you for asking that. I'm at JayQ The Legend everywhere. That's JAYQ, one word like Jay-Z, JayQ The
Mhm.
Legend, everywhere. I Google very well. Um, and Instagram at JayQ The Legend, Twitter, Facebook, everything, TikTok, all of it is at JayQ The Legend.
Okay, okay. And do you have any words of advice to give to those seeking to get into the music industry?
Not just music, also to my sisters and brothers and people who are listening to you and people who love your show. And if you know somebody as well, uh, sit and talk with people, acknowledge that people really exist and that they're there in front of you, not just to be used. And then find out some of their dreams. Say, what's your dream? What's your goal? What else would you, want to do if you could do anything you want to do? And then encourage them to do that. So we can live our authentic best life and support them in doing that too, and not just like, oh, that's crazy, you can't do that. So if you want to go to space, now you can say, well, in 5-10 years I'll be able to go to space and
Yeah,
it's becoming that way. So
yeah,
I feel like we need to encourage each other to live our authentic life, and that no childhood dream is unrealistic. We can do it all. So
yeah.
that's what
Yeah, everything that we were drawing as kids has came to life. Is scary.
indeed,
Yeah. Oh, I
yeah.
would love to go to space and be on the moon, or I would love to do this. And even the cars we used to draw, we
That's
see it
right.
on the road.
Yeah, but that dreaming, man, that dreaming, we
Hmm.
got to encourage, our younger selves and our current selves. Don't lose your dreams because you're 31 now. Stay in the game.
Hmm.
It's okay to have to go to college to become an accountant, but as soon as you pop out that toaster, it's
Hmm.
time.
Yep.
You know, use that foundation to get to something that gets your blood flowing every day, even if it's accounting. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that, if you're a bookworm, that it's not cool. It's cool. But, everybody don't have to be the same. And COVID has taught us that we can now do most of our jobs from at home. So it's a good time to really find that thing inside of you, that's that fire that's been burning since you were a teenager, as I have. So I'm happy to share it, and I hope everybody doesn't go to sleep on themselves.
Absolutely. So thank you for interviewing with me, and I appreciate
Thank you
you for
for
taking
having
time
me.
out
I
of your
appreciate
day.
you. Yes, and I'm sorry that you had a rough day, but you know, you're a legend in her life and his life and their life and everyone's life that knows you. And I'm happy that you were able to juggle it and still fit me in. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, with that being said, you be safe out here, and I wish you so much success with your career, with whatever you have going on, the planes, the music, you know,
Yes,
everything.
thank you.
So, JayQ the Legend, here
Thank
he
you.
is. Okay, well, thank you.